Ravi resisted the urge to roll his eyes. No matter what Tristan thought, Ravi was a professional. One who was putting in 60 hours a week easily on this project, and he hadn't missed a deadline yet. But for Tristan, on time wasn't good enough. Thank you. Tristan's eyes darted around Ravi's cube. This was always the fun part of Tristan's little visits. It was as if Tristan couldn't decide on a safe spot to rest his eyes. Today, Tristan's gaze landed on Ravi's collection of rainbow-themed bobbleheads dancing over the clipboard with the pledge sheet for the AIDS research fun run Ravi was doing in a few weeks. Want to sign up? Ravi grabbed the clipboard. He knew what the answer was likely to be, but it never hurt to try. You can run with me and my friends, or you can give me money. Some guys like Adrian are pledging based on my 10K time, but others are giving a flat amount. Tristan turned several shades of purple. Typical. Anything remotely gay made Tristan twitchier than a Bible Belt preacher. Ravi sighed and put the clipboard back. He'd about had it with Tristan's subtle homophobia. He could handle the spreadsheets, but Tristan's veneer of discomfort made these little visits about as much fun as a tooth extraction. Whatever, it'll be here. You need anything else? No, just please do your list, double-check. Everything must be perfect before they load the truck on Friday. Got it. On Friday, the truck heading to the Seattle conference would be loaded. Then there would be a big corporate party celebrating the end of this big push to get things ready. On Sunday, the two senior members of the team, a married couple who thought driving to Seattle would be a kick, would set out for next week's conference. And then Ravi could relax, and with any luck, be rid of Tristan. Heck, he'd take whatever conceptual project Robert wanted to toss at him, as long as it meant a bit of breathing room from Captain Perfect and the spreadsheets of doom. Tristan had spent all Thursday night dealing with a screw-up of Ravi's. He wasn't surprised Ravi had dropped the ball. He'd spent this whole project expecting some catastrophe, so when one finally materialized, he felt vaguely vindicated. But right this minute, Friday afternoon, his bones ached. The kind of hurt-to-walk exhaustion that came after a night of barely 2 hours sleep. All Tristan really wanted to do was go home and sleep for the whole weekend, but he needed to make an appearance at this work party first. Never miss a chance to impress was high on his list of things to ensure his success, and this gathering with all the company bigwigs was a prime example. The whole team would be receiving accolades for finishing the project and getting it on the road to Seattle, and Tristan couldn't miss that, even if his couch was a lot more appealing than the party room at this upscale fish place close to work. He got to the restaurant late because he'd wanted to be one of the people personally supervising the loading of the truck with the exhibit. His heart did a weird dance in his chest as he finally found a parking spot. He hated being late more than almost anything. And when he entered the place, the wine and drinks were already flowing, people circulating and laughing. As tired as he was, no way was he drinking. He got a soda from the bar and surveyed the room. Almost everyone was already in chummy little clumps of people who were friends both at and outside work. Tristan didn't have any work friends like that and sucked at this sort of socializing. His parents would both scoff at the notion, but it was true. Despite growing up around cocktail parties and work functions, he was totally awful at small talk and networking. But that wasn't going to stop him from trying. He carefully made his way toward the far side of the room where Robert and Rex were talking to Ted from the Austin office and 2 other senior-level managers. Tristan! Before he could reach the management group, one of his team members, Katya, grabbed his arm. We've got a table for the team over here. Come join us! There wasn't really a polite way to say no, so he followed her to the table where her husband and a few other people were already seated. Nearby, Ravi was surrounded by what Tristan liked to think of as his fan club. His predominantly gay fan club because, of course, it wasn't enough to have rainbows all over his cube. No, Ravi had to be friends with all the other out-gays in the office and get them all on board whatever LGBTQ cause he was shilling for that week. When the marketing manager had told him the office would be cool with the different types of people, Tristan had figured that was a euphemism for no one's getting fired or harassed. He'd appreciated the heads-up, not that he had a single intention of testing said tolerance. But what he hadn't expected was that Space Villager wasn't merely tolerant. No, it was filled with the sort of diversity that gave people like Tristan's parents hives. And Tristan himself had no real idea how to cope with it either. He'd vaguely suspected